What's good, everyone? It's your boy Matto here for another vlog here in Namba. Today is April 27th, 2024, here in Namba to see NMB48 theater show. Today is also a very special day. It is my birthday. And so I figured the best way to celebrate my birthday is to go and see NMB48. This actually won't be the first time I've done this. I did this again back in 2019. Over in Yokohama, they had the all 48 group special spring festival. Actually on my birthday that year. I remember it was raining, and the actual NMB portion of that was really small. It was, I think it was only a half hour, little mini live or whatever. And then there was also little carnival games or whatever with I remember I got Mikana, and I got past her little ball toss game or whatever, and went to the next stage, which was a shooting game, and saw Yuri. But yeah, anyway, I'm here to see NMB. I'm going to be seeing the 9th Gen today, which is not my. I love 9th Gen. I don't really love their show that much. The set list is kind of crap. But Nishiyuma is here. My Oshman of 9th Gen is here, so that's good. So I'll be able to see one of my favorites today. And then Koyorin is also here. Yoshimin is also here. Sayuki is here. Tenna is not here. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. I prepared something special for the main event of the theater show, so that's going to be fun. Also went and checked out the shop today. They have some new merch in stock for Tetra, the Idol Shikaku chick idol group that's in that drama. So yeah, you can actually buy some of the merchandise from that show, from the drama. They actually have the shirt that they have in the drama. They have these little acrylic stands and some photo card sets. So, but not, it's they started selling today, about an hour ago, and it's not exactly flying off the shelves or anything. Still have a decent amount of stock there. There was also another theater show later today. It was for Watamu. It was her 100 stories kind of weird talk show thing or whatever. I super fucking failed that. Mobile, Azo, Ippon, and even Cancel Omake. I failed all those applications, so I'm not going to be seeing that today. I've been checking the website, and they already have 26 cancels, so even if I won Cancel Omake, I might have a decent chance of getting in, but it's really stupid. Today's show, there actually, I guess not enough people signed up for it, which is probably why I won, but they're doing extra, people can come in for Cancel Omake after the Cancel Omake people. So, well, it's too late if you're watching this video, you can't come in now, but yeah. So I'm hoping maybe they might have that for Mew, but I doubt it, because, I couldn't even win. So, yeah, it sucks. They also have a bunch of Mew stuff for today's Mew show, which, I'm not going to. I'm still really salty about. They did have the big dumb Mew, face towel blanket thing, the big giant towel thing. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what's going on over in the shop right now. Yeah, we have I don't know, half hour or so before we go in. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how the show is afterwards. Okay, yeah, just got done watching the 9th Gen show today. So yeah, I was ticket number 65, and this put me in the on the 3rd row, and basically center, just slightly off center, but very good seat, perfect seat, except for kind of big guy who was in front of me. Well, a taller dude. The first 3 or 4 rows are all on the same level, so it's kind of if someone's taller than you, they'll just block your view for most of it. And then there was this really old guy next to me who's kind of bigger or whatever. So, and he wasn't. I think he was tired. He was mad because I was sitting next to him. I'm also a big guy, so he was kind of just angry the whole time. So it was kind of a tight fit for me. But overall, yeah, very good seat. Very close to the stage. So that was very good. And then I guess got basically 3rd row. So Yuma saw me right away. Got a lot of good res from her during the show. Yoshimin as well, some of the other members. So yeah, very fun. And then, in the one of the MCs, so they talk about, what's new with you or whatever. And so Koyorin is I cut my hair. I cut she said 5. I wasn't sure if it was centimeters, which that seems pretty big. Maybe 5 millimeters or whatever. And so she's oh, did anyone notice? And people raising their hands, oh yeah, I noticed. And she's no, you guys lying. So that's pretty funny. So yeah, that was a pretty good little thing. They come back to that joke later with another MC. Then in the units, so for Cross, I cheered for Sayuki. And then in Demo Namida, I cheered for Yuma, which actually was pretty funny, kind of cool in that song or whatever. So it's Yuma and Ryopi, right? And Yuma is starts off on the right side or whatever. And just from my field of view, everyone had Yuma pin lights, like off to the right side, and everyone on the left side had Ryopi pin lights. It was like, I don't think it was intentional, but it was like a kind of like funny little quirk or whatever in that performance, so that's pretty cool. And then in Save for Good Resistance, went with Koyorin, which actually I forgot her pin light colors, but luckily most people had her pin light colors. I think it's like pink and purple, so I think, yeah. And then the Wagamama went with Yoshimin as usual. And then in the MC, they talked about their appeal points. And so Raina actually had a pretty funny one. She's like, my appeal point is I exist. I'm here. So everyone kind of like gave her shit, like, oh, that's really narcissistic of you. And then Sayuki, she's like, oh, apparently this is like her 110th 9th Gen performance or whatever. So basically, like, her appeal point is like she's always going to be at a 9th Gen show. I think she was like 1 or 2 shows she wasn't at, but yeah, that's pretty good. Yuma, of course, you talked about her real appeal point is she's really loud, and then like basically want to designate herself as like the the call and response representative. When Sayuki is also loud, so they had this kind of like like yell off, scream off, or whatever. They're both basically equally matched, so then they both agree to be both mutual hype girls.
じゃあ行きます。はい。そっち？
Actually, in the first opening segment, what I noticed is like, so you have the Generation Change song, and then the other song, and then the Adrenaline. They get like go from serious to serious, and then in the Adrenaline song, they get really goofy. Like their expressions get really goofy, the dances get really goofy. That's something I just noticed, like in after seeing the stage so many times. That's actually it's kind of progresses from try hard to like kind of goofy NMB style. So that's pretty cool. That's a neat thing I observed this time. Another MC that did like announce something about yourself doing the Yamanote game or whatever, or the Concentration 64. Didn't do Concentration 64. She was actually one of the first people, and her announcement was about IP, Sasuke Aika, and apparently I guess like they promised to have dinner together. So she's really excited for that. Yoshimin talked about the Can room, which is like some regular show on Showroom that she I guess was selected for, so it's good for her. Yuma said she cut her hair, and then she's like, oh, did you guys notice? And then everyone's like, oh yeah, we noticed. And then Koyorin brought back the joke from before, like they're all lying, by the way, they didn't actually know shit. So that's pretty funny. Sayuki said she's really into walking. And every day she's been walking 10,000 steps a day. And I think it was Misora or someone said oh yeah, I only walked 70 steps today. And it was just to get dinner at Lawson. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, it's kind of for the MCs. Yeah, and then the rest of the show is all right. And then for the the most important part of the theater show, the Miokuri. So I kind of hyped this up before. I prepared something for today's show. It was my birthday. So on my sketchbook, I wrote on the sketchbook, today's my birthday. And I wrote I turned 35 today. And then basically held it for everyone. So that's the kind of the best way to do a Miokuri is if you have a message you want to tell everyone, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I just wrote, hey, it's my birthday, so everyone. Everyone's kind of surprised and kind of happy, said happy birthday or congratulations, omedetou in Japanese. And then Yoshimin, she was she was the first one, and she's like, oh, omedetou, 35 in English. Yeah. And then a bunch of them also omedetou. Some of them said oh, happy birthday. A couple of them were happy birthday. Honopi actually was kind of funny. She was birthday, happy birthday, yes, thank you. It was kind of funny. A couple of them said 35. Try saying 35 in English. Yuma, gave me a really good surprise. Oh, really? It's your birthday? Happy birthday, And then Koyorin also was oh, Matto, happy birthday. So very good, very good Miokuri experience, Kami Miokuri today. Actually, and the cherry on top for this, so I also kept my sketchbook out for when you go out and talk to, you see Cameron and wave at him. So I showed him, hey, it says my birthday. And he's like, oh, happy birthday in English. I'm like, oh, thank you. So, got the Cameron bonus as well. So very good time. So very good in 9th Gen show today. So I guess our days are numbered though with this show. I mean, they haven't said anything yet, cause obviously, but probably in summer, these members are going to get promoted to full member status, and then probably the 9th Gen show will be ended, and then also 10th Gen's coming soon as well. So yeah, I imagine probably like this might be one of the last times I might see a Knife Gen show. Who knows? But yeah, it was pretty good today. So yeah, today there's also another show at the in the evening. It's Watamu. She has like a special like solo like talk show. It's like some parody of like 100 like stories or jokes or whatever. And yeah, so actually I super fucking lost in all the lotteries for this. Like I did Mobile, Azo, Epon, and even Cancel Make. I lost all of those. So I've been really salty for the last like couple days, not winning anything. And then I saw like today for the Knife Gen show, they had like extra Cancel Make people for this. And then like I saw like for the Muse show, like she had like 26 cancels. I just checked earlier; she still has 26 cancels, I believe, or something like that. So yeah, but then I saw they posted on Twitter and like the blog or whatever that they'll be doing extra Cancel Make like recruitment in case people don't show up, because I think I don't know, fucking these assholes, like, they all just like signed up for it. They all signed up and then canceled for the show. Cock blocking her real fans, #real fans. So that was really annoying. So I mean, but way to do it is like basically everyone who already won Cancel Make will go in, and if there's any leftover people, they have people who show up for the overflow. They guess they do a lottery for that to decide the order. So maybe I might be able to go see that. We don't know. I will report in later, let you know how that goes. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. So, probably the best thing that happened on today, the day of my birthday, happened. So, I mean, I've been salty the whole day because, like, oh, didn't get the Muse thing, blah, 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 whatever. And then they did the Cancel Omake, so the same day, like, extra applications or whatever. So I did that, and so how would I do that? So actually, I've never done it before, so actually it was a good like learning experience for me, even if I didn't get in, just like to know how it works. So what they do is usually, they'll announce it like on Twitter or like on their blog or whatever, like maybe a few hours before the show, that hey, we're taking like same day Cancel Make people. So if you have a ticket account or whatever, and you have an ID, you can come in and do that. So yeah, I did that right after the Knife Gen show. They had it about like a half hour or so after that show. So hung out for a bit, did that, and how it works is basically everyone that shows up, they have like a bunch of these little like chopsticks with numbers like taped to them, and then everyone takes a number, and then that's like your order for the Cancel Make. Basically, that's where you'd be standing in Cancel Make after the normal Cancel Make people. So I did it, and I pulled out number 6. So basically, I was like, essentially, because you think, okay, they do like about 100, I think, for normal Cancel Make. So essentially, I was Cancel Make 106. So probably not, not great chances, and kind of like, middle thing. When they first did it, there was like about 11 people or so there. So yeah, and then I guess more people showed up later because I guess they had up to 20. So I guess people who weren't there right at the start just pulled out other numbers. And yeah. So then come back, during the normal Cancel Make time, about a half hour, 20 minutes before the normal show. And then we lined up behind the Cancel Make people, so that was number 6. And so we're counting the people. So I think the sign said 28 or 29 cancellations, and I checked on the website because that has more up-to-date information. And it was like up to like 31 or 32. And then, yeah, so, pretty high number. But at 106, I think like, okay, no chance, right? And then I saw like the Cancel Make guy. He has like the clipboard or whatever with all the names listed, and he does like a little like tally of how many people are there. And so I counted there was like 35 or 30, 33, 35-ish, whatever. I think the final count was about 36 or 37 people like showed up for the Cancel Make proper, and then plus the extra 20 for the other people. And what they basically had everyone get in. So everyone in Cancel Make got in, and then like I knew some of the other people who were also in the extra Cancel Make because like they're the same old weird guys that come to every single show. So we line up behind them. So I say, okay, so we get past the normal Cancel Make people, and then the first guy, he gets his ticket. Second guy, third guy, and I'm like, oh, okay. Starting to get into like the dangerous territory where like if they cut it off right before me, I'll be really mad. And it keeps going. People keep getting tickets, whatever. And then I get up and like, okay, come on up, come get your ticket. I'm like, oh shit. So like I got it. So actually the show's really cheap. It's only about 3,000 yen. And then they got like a special photo and stuff. So I paid 3,000 yen. I wasn't prepared for it, so I gave him like 10,000 yen. I mean, it doesn't matter. That's not important anyway. Yeah, and then that was it. That was the last person to get in with cancel omake. So that was a pretty cool thing. I was like pretty hyped. So then like the ticket is like says like 233, and then there's like a little 6 over it. And I guess they actually prepared for that already, because when I went into the theater proper after going through security and all that crap, I saw a sign and it says like 233, which also like normally the tickets I think go only up to like 210 or 220. So okay, that's like weird. And then I saw a map. Oh, okay, it's like actually in the far. They have like it's extra like pasted on numbers for extra people, and so I ended up being in the very back far left corner, like right next to the railing. Which, I mean, if we're in a normal theater show, that'd probably be shit. But for this, is like, all right, it's just a talk show, just chill, whatever. It was good for me because I was taking notes during the whole thing, so I had a lot of extra like arm room and whatnot. So yeah, and I also like those very back seats have like extra cushions like on the seats, so that was also very nice. So yeah, very comfortable situation for me, I guess. Yeah, so I mean, I was just happy to get in no matter what. So that was like basically already okay, great, awesome. So then, yeah, on the seats they had these little pieces of paper like on the seats or whatever, and they had the list of the topics. So this thing is basically she has like 100 different like stories or topics about different things in her life. So they're about like things in NMB, things like other members have said and done. Things like her like previous like part-time jobs, her school life, and then just a random like miscellaneous topics and stuff. So a bunch of random topics, very cool stuff or whatever. And then on the stage there's a TV screen, and then there is like a whiteboard, and it has like 100 numbers pasted on there. So I wasn't sure how she was gonna do it, if they were like gonna throw numbers literally throw darts at the board, pick a number. But actually how they did, so she came out, it's just her. And she basically would actually first she came out and she was actually really surprised and really happy that like a bunch of people came. I guess because she wasn't expecting she probably thought it was gonna be like some empty, half empty show or whatever. But yeah, I mean we had so many people, even had extra people come in, right? So yeah, she came out and she was really happy that a lot of people showed up. And then she's like, oh, did anyone from far away come here? And I guess a couple people raised their hand. One guy said, oh, I came from Hokkaido. And she's like, oh, really? And she's really happy about that. And then I'm like, okay, I gotta do this. And then so I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, I came from America. And she's like, oh, America. Which I think she already knew who I was. So technically I came from Tochigi, which might as well be another country. But I mean, I cheated to use pull the America card. So that was pretty cool. Already got super res right off the bat. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, after that kind of introduction, then she's like, okay, we have all these topics here. So she would just randomly pick on people, like, oh, hey, you in the front, you the girl wearing the blue shirt or whatever, you with the glasses, stuff like that. And then eventually, people could raise their hands and she would pick whoever. So about, I don't know how long was this thing? It was about an hour-ish, hour and a half, I guess. So yeah, and then about maybe a decent time in, I started raising my hand, with my pin line, whatever, try to get her attention. And, eventually, got called on, so I asked a question. So, I'll go through the different questions she went through. She went through about 40 or 50 of them, so about half or so of the questions, the topics. So, yeah. But yeah, I got my question asked or topic answered or whatever. So that was a good moment. Yeah. So anyway, to go over the different things. So yeah, I kind of took notes, and so I didn't get all of them because some either I didn't understand or I missed the number or whatever, So yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about a good one. Okay, so I think it was topic 10 or whatever, and the topic is just literally kasai, stinky. So I guess she and her friend went and got tonkatsu ramen one day, and I guess I had a lot of garlic in the ramen, and I guess the garlic was so bad that her breath or her friend's breath just really stank, and they noticed it because when they talked to each other it was really smelly, and I guess on the way home they took a taxi, and she would just had her body face towards the window because she didn't want to smell stinky breath or whatever. So that was a pretty funny moment. Another one. Let's see. Question 4 with her 7 mates. So she went to the Koko Ichiban ramen, not ramen, a curry place, with Mighty and Fuwa. Yeah. And I guess Mighty ordered like the 500-gram curry. Didn't think that was going to be that much or whatever. And then they like the staff was like, "Are you sure? Like you're kind of like, you know, you're a girl. I don't think people would normally get 500 grams of curry." They got it, and then eventually when she realized how much it was, she's like, "Oh wait, can I take off like 200 grams of this?" So, you know, dumb little moment. One time, I guess during a theater show, they had like yakiniku, like all you can eat style for either catering or food or whatever. And I guess you had to use the toilet. And I guess the toilets in the theater are kind of crappy or whatever. And there was like I guess the ones I guess that the members use that has like the little washlet, little like bidet thing. But I guess it wasn't working properly or whatever. And so, but she was trying to spray her butt, you know, to clean that stuff, and it wasn't like working properly. So what she did was she took out her phone, took a picture of her butt, like her butthole or whatever, and like it's like just like see like is it clean? It was pretty, and he's like, don't tell anyone about the story. So, you know, it was pretty funny. But yeah, she's like, yeah, don't tell anyone about the story because it's really embarrassing. But I was like, what? That's pretty weird. Yeah. Let's see. She had a rap battle with Mochan once, and I guess like it got really fierce, and then like Mochan started calling like Mew a like an old lady, a baba, and that was pretty bad. During let's see, a lot of these stories she also like told before. So like a couple of them that like I've heard before, like was I guess during the Nagisa concerts. So there's the one where the comedians did the Jinsei wa Nagaina, and I guess backstage they're watching a monitor, and Yumin was there, and Yumin was fangirling over the comedians as it came out. Another repeat story I heard was about Akira Sensei, and how he has a glass bathtub in his house, like actual like glass, like see through whatever. So that retold that story. So I think a lot of these stories like you've heard before, either you've gone to shows that she's been at or you know whatever. She's talked about them before, so it does. Yeah. This one also is a pretty good one. So I guess when she was really young, she would wear trunks, like kind of I guess shorts, I guess what they're called. And I guess she would wear like she had this really weird like fashion moment where yeah she wore trunks and suspenders. And I guess one day she had these like it was like, literally like a Hamtaro shorts. And she was wearing suspenders, and basically there was a picture that she showed on TV of her like wearing it, and it was actually pretty cute, but pretty funny. And I guess she was like waving off her brother as he went to school or something. So it was a pretty funny thing. And I guess there's a story about Chicapollo where I guess he was like 30 minutes late trying to get to the theater for work or whatever, and I guess it was raining, and he rides his bike I guess whenever he comes to the theater, and I guess he was all soaked and wet because he was biking in the rain for 30 minutes. So that was funny. I guess her search history on like video sites is like she looks up like body touch and like mental harassment and like herself, I guess, whenever like she like is on looking for videos. So that's kind of a funny thing. Talked about like the weird social media comments she gets like on her grab ear posts, like, oh, this girl has big boobs. So kind of funny. This one's pretty funny. So she went to USJ with Mochan, and they went to the Harry Potter area, and they got butterbeer, and she had to clarify, oh yeah, butterbeer, there's no alcohol in it, it's non-alcohol. And I guess Mochan didn't realize that, so she's like, oh, can I get a butterbeer with no alcohol? And the staff's like, there is no alcohol. So that's like a dumb, funny story. I guess Chicapollo, I guess Chicapollo, there's a lot of Chicapollo stories. I guess he's like the manager for 7 Gin members. And I guess talk about like how like his like messages or whatever, and how every time he like writes a message, he always like writes you know, Mole Nashi, hey, there's no problem. Whenever like they like ask any questions or whatever. She likes watching horror movies, and I guess when she was like on like Netflix or whatever, and I guess she likes watching like horror movies, but like the ones she doesn't like are the ones based on like true stories. So she watched one once, and it was really bad. It was really scary for her. During non-battle 1, when they had like the Shiroma Miru stage teams, non-battle 1 teams, So I guess during that part, they have the encore girl part where like one of the members from the other teams will come and talk during the encore. And Mew did one. I remember seeing this, I believe. Not sure if it was in person, but I definitely saw it sometime. She talked about how like she was basically coming out of like Professor Oak and like the professor, Pokemon professor, and compared the members to different Pokemon, like, oh, this is the water type and whatnot. And I guess after that, Chikapollo told her, hey, we don't have that much money, so in case like Nintendo or Pokemon sues us for like copyright infringement, it's gonna be really bad. So please be careful with like your topics going forward. Just talking about how cheap NMB is. Okay, so this is the one that I got called on to ask for. So it was question 46. And the topic is her junior high school ALT teacher. So in Japan, they have ALTs. Full disclosure, that's my job. That's my actual real job. So basically, you're an English teacher from like another country to help be like an extra like native speaker to help teach English. And so she had a story about her ALT in junior high school. I guess it was a woman named Sylvia Sensei. And I guess she was like always really tired, or like Mew always made her really tired. I don't know. And I guess during graduation, I guess they have like a goodbye party with like all the members, like kohais and senpais or whatever, would like go and say goodbye to all the graduating students. And so during her middle school, junior high school graduation, they do like a whole like wave off to everyone. Also during this time, I guess like during this time, like normal students, they would be like confessing to like their love to like their students, because like, oh, it's the last time I'll see you, so I want to like confess my love to you. I guess her teacher, Sylvia Sensei, I guess did like as a joke. And it's like, oh, Mew, I love you in English. I think I heard part of this story before, because I admitted to her like during Hanshkai before that I'm a teacher. And she told me the story how like her English teacher like hugged her at graduation. So I guess this is like the other side of that story. So that's pretty funny. So I got the full story. Actually, when she like when I called out and I asked for that number, and then she like noticed, oh, yeah, I have a feeling you would probably be into this question. So that's pretty good. I guess Mew really liked Nanaho because she's a really good dancer. So yeah, shout out to the Nanahos out there. Mew really likes Nanaho. I guess when she did a pair gravure with Wakapon back when she was a Kinkyusei, I guess like one of her first gravure shots. And I guess she talked about how erotic Wakapon's body was. Like, oh, she has like a marshmallow body, and like I can see like a lot of guys like her. And then she also talked about how when she had a pair gravure with Shinshin, how skinny Shinshin was. I guess she had a scary story, and this one I kind of missed the details on like how exactly, but I think how it goes is like, so like one night, I guess she was like in a car, riding in a car or something, and they saw like these like three like lights like off to the side, and like they just like wouldn't like go away. They're just like constantly there or whatever. I think it was like in a reflection in the mirror or whatever. And they saw the three lights, and like it was like it was like inside the car, and like they're freaking out, like where are these like three lights in these like three like white like what lights in the car, like that, like, they won't go away. I think it's like a ghost or something. And then upon closer inspection, they realized because she was like wearing like an Adidas like jacket or whatever, and it was like the three white stripes of the Adidas jacket. So it was like a funny, dumb, like scary story that she had. But she was like really scared. Let's see another one. Her dad really supports her, like for her like her idol work or whatever. She's basically he's basically like a huge like fan of hers. And I guess during like her birthday shows, like he would write the letter. And I guess the one time he wrote the letter, it was like a really long ass letter, like 5 pages long. So she gets kind of like kind of embarrassed of how much he supports her. 79. So that's actually another question I wanted to ask if I got my chance. But luckily someone else called for this one. About video games. This one I missed it exactly, but basically, so she plays Super Smash Brothers, and she was playing online, and this is where I'm going to get lost. But basically, gets really tired when she like plays against strong. Like, she's actually pretty good at Smash Brothers, but I guess like because she's good, like the other opponents she plays are also really strong. So I guess what she does is like she'll like Smurf, which is basically like you make a new account or whatever, or a new profile, and you start over from zero. And so basically you're starting like beating up all like the lower level players and stuff. So she would do that to like relieve stress. So that was like a pretty cool, funny story. At a Chiba Lotte Marines game, I guess there was like some foreign person that like wanted her to take a picture for her. It was like a foreign woman. And she took the picture using her limited English or whatever. It's like, oh, picture, okay, check one more. And she's like, oh, yes, thank you. And I guess while checking it or whatever, she realized apparently this foreign woman was actually like the wife of one of the baseball players. So that was like a cool moment. But yeah, overall, yeah, very fun talk show. Yeah, and that's like she did a bunch of went through about 40. I counted about 44 or so, but I think there's some like she did take off the card or didn't flip over the card. So I think probably did at least half or so of the topics. So that was it was a very fun show. I mean, Mew is a very funny person. She's really good at variety. She has a lot of funny stories. And I guess she actually was like talking a lot, and she's like talking like, oh man, we didn't get to go through all the questions. I hope we can like do another one, like a part 2 or part 3 or whatever, get through all these topics. And then and then as she kept talking about like stuff, started getting cut off. Like they had like the like sound effect soundboard or whatever, like like pinging at her, like, hey, okay, wrap it up, And then there was like an announcement chime, and then on the TV it showed that she will be doing another talk show in June, so doing more. So pretty cool moment. So seeing how fucking hard it was to win this show. Losing all the lotteries and whatnot. I do have the 98 ticket, and it is good until June. I might just use the 98 ticket on it for it, considering how much stress and like bullshit I went through. Though hopefully maybe because like they saw how it was, maybe some people won't sign up again for part 2. I don't know. But it was a very good show. If it's like works for my schedule, or whatever, I'd love to come and see the second part of these these topics. It's really funny. I definitely think you should recommend. Also, the show was not streamed on DMM or anything, so there's no archive, anything to check. So it's basically everything that like happened in here stayed in there, except for like this vlog. I guess you're getting some of the information, the leaks, #MattLeaks. And then there was a Miokuri, and there's a big cheer, big applause. So everyone's like, oh, because sometimes like they don't do Miokuri for like these special shows. So I was really happy for that. It was really awesome, good. Got to go to a Mew show, got to do a Miokuri with Mew on my birthday. Best birthday ever. And so we got to watch everyone go through. Yeah, so we were at the very last line, so I was like basically on the left side, so part of the last group to go and do the Miokuri. And so I did the same thing I did for the 9th Gen show. I pulled out my sketchbook saying, hey, today's my birthday. And she like, oh, really? Congratulations. Oh, I'm really glad I was able to pick on you today. So that was a really good, good response from that. So I was very happy for that. So overall, great day. Got to see 9th Gen, got to see Nishima, got some good res from her and all the other 9th Gen members. And then also got that, by the skin of my teeth, got to see Mew today. So that was very good. I had a backup plan in case I couldn't see her today. I was going to do another event I'll talk about later, I guess. But overall, birthday saved, birthday redeemed, best birthday ever, 2024, 35 years of Matt, and like 11, 12-ish years of being in Japan. Definitely probably my best birthday I could have. I don't know, very happy. I will be back again tomorrow for another theater show. I'll be seen on Non-Variety, which is like one of my favorite shows, my favorite stage here. They don't do it very often. I'm excited because the stage is really good. Members less so. We'll probably talk about that in the next video when we get to that. But it's gonna be exciting for that. And then I had another thing later before I go back home. But this has been the Matto birthday extravaganza 2024, 35 years of Matto. Let me know, hey, if you're reading this, you got this far, or you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, whatever. Just so hey, wish me a happy birthday in the comments. It doesn't matter if it's late. I'll be happy. So subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. All that good shit. I will be back again with another video tomorrow. So, and because it's my birthday, I'm going to go celebrate by hitting up Tori Kizoku and drinking it by myself.